Morning for me. Who knows what time it is for you. I hope you're having a nice break. And I know that everyone is posting cozy Christmassy videos right now. I'm not a huge Christmas person, though I am a winter person. And for me this time, around Christmas, around New Year's Eve, is one of the biggest breaks I get during the year, and it's also the time that I like to reorganize and take care of all those little things that I didn't get around to during the year. So about a year and a half ago, I made a video tidying up my StoryGraph TBR. I think I had about 600 books on my to be read list. That's too many, and that list has been there for a long time. It's migrated from Goodreads to StoryGraph. I am preferring StoryGraph because it's indie owned, black owned, and an alternative to Amazon. Anyway, it's been quite a while and I thought it would be a nice time to sit down and do some admin. Okay, let's jump to my StoryGraph screen. I currently have 584 books on my to read list, and I would like for that to go down to at least 500. I'm gonna set a time limit for about an hour. We'll see how far we get. I'm gonna sort it from old to new. This is what I did last time as well. So I've gone through, I think, the majority of my uni books. So we're gonna go to earliest added. And I'm just gonna scroll until I hit something that indicates to me that this hasn't been cleaned up. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. So I'm just going to be removing a ton of books, basically. I'm no longer interested in Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I also have to make sure when I click into a book that I go into a new window, because otherwise we're in trouble. Yeah, so here are a bunch of classics that I read during my, or didn't read during my degree. A Child's Book of True Crime. Let's investigate that. With the dark suspense of Donna Tartt's The Secret History and the eroticism of Josephine Hart. Interesting. All right, we'll leave that. Okay, this cover. Okay, I'm gonna have to change that cover because that's a lot. I've got this one, which is great. Do I still have it is the question. Switch to this edition. It's like a 3D cover. Very cool. So many classics, some of which I'm definitely still interested in. See, this Norton anthology is just funny because I'm not going to read that in one piece. That's not how that works. Some great Gothic classics. The Time Machine, which I still haven't read. Bride Flight is a Dutch book in translation. More, this is obviously, I added a bunch of Dutch books in one go. That cover of The Beast That Shouted Love at the Heart of the World is a lot. See, I have read Eldest, so I'm gonna put that on red. Ooh, Return of the King. Remove book. I don't think I'm gonna read it. Some more Dutch books. Ready Player One. I will also not be reading that, I think. Make Good Art by Neil Gaiman. No, that one's being removed. We're definitely at the part now where I haven't removed stuff. Exemplified by The Cuckoo's Calling by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling, aka removed from my TBR. The Luminaries is this huge book that I had a proof copy of, I think, and people do seem to love it. I might just leave it on here just to, sometimes I leave books on there just to remember that they exist. Graveyard books, sure. Some more Dutch books. The Book Thief. I don't really like Second World War books. And this is another book that people, I think, try to convince me to read, but I'm going to remove it. Allegiant, I'm actually currently reading, so that should be on there. Atlas of Remote Islands. It's not a gimmick book, but it's just not a book that you would sit down and read. I've seen it in shops. It's absolutely gorgeous. I just don't think I'm going to read it. Ooh, okay, so Miss Peregrine. I read the first one and I really liked it, but I don't think I'll continue in it. Everything is Illuminated by Johnson. We'll leave it on there for now. Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I don't think I'll read either. Definitely want to read the Chaos Walking series. Then we've got Miss Peregrine, the graphic novel. Well, I'm not going to read that. This book is really cool. It's 12 stories in 18 languages. It's a short story in its original language and then translated and then maybe translated again. It's really interesting. Every Day by David Levithan. I've just unhauled in the video I'm working on right now, which is about moving with a personal library. Always Emily is a book that I regret getting rid of. It's about Emily Bronte. I'm getting more and more into Emily Bronte, and Probably shouldn't have gotten rid of it. I don't know if it's any good, but I'm going to keep it on the list so I can remember it. Wait, okay, so this Engels Force number 1, wasn't that just here? Yes. Okay, so I'll delete one of those, I guess. I should really be using my ergonomic mouse to do this, is the oldest thing I've ever said, but it makes too much noise, so I'm just track padding it. Yes, all the Artemis Fowl books. I'd like to finish the series at some point. One of my favorite books as a child. Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender, I have also recently unhauled. I have no idea what this is. Jimmy Corrigan, the Smartest Kid on Earth. It's a graphic novel. I think I'm gonna remove it. Lagoon, definitely still interested in. What Was She Thinking? Notes on a Scandal. That does not mean anything to me. Oh, Notes on a Scandal, the film is based on it. Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna remove that one. These are a bunch of books that I definitely had, like The Big Sleep. And I just added them because I had them. Can't remember where I got them. I don't think I bought any of these myself. Maybe got them from work. So I can remove those. So Ali Smith, Sally Gardner, The Book of Strange New Things. I don't remember that. I'm gonna remove that. Middle grade. I don't read a lot of middle grade, unfortunately. Ghana Must Go. I think I had at some point, but not anymore. So I'm removing that. The Boy Who Drew Monsters, a thriller. I'm gonna remove that. Rainbow Rowell Attachments. No, I'm not really reading much contemporary. Conversion by Catherine Howell. Let's see what that's about. Oh no, I clicked away. Shit. Yes, it's about all girls suddenly get the same illness in a school. His Dark Materials, I have tried, but given up. Falls under the same header of Lord of the Rings, I think, where I will enjoy lots of things around it, but not the book itself. All the Light We Cannot See, I now know, is not for me. Also Second World War. Bat Feminist, yes. Tongue Cat, what is that? A lot of Dutch books. Okay, let's look at Tongue Cat. The story of a city's decline into chaos and violence upon the arrival of Prometheus. Oh, whoa. In the Netherlands, the novel has been described as a cross between... Oh, is this Dutch? It is. Okay, interesting. We're keeping this. We're keeping this. Lots of Dutch... obviously went through a Dutch phase where I was researching Dutch books. Yeah, I'll keep all of these just out of interest. Okay, A Northern Light by Jennifer Donnelly. Mr. Fox. Do I have that? I can't remember. Alice and the Fly gets to go. I think we're doing great. Last time it took me ages to go through all of them. That's like, oh my god, I deleted so many, and I deleted 100. I thought I deleted lots. A Northern Light, set in 1906, A Missing Woman. I think I'll remove that. I've read another book by Jennifer Donnelly, which I really liked, so that's why I added this. The Vanishing Girls. Is The Vanishing Girls... Is that the show I just watched? No, this is something else. I'm gonna remove that. Oh no, the sun is coming through. Quote book by Oscar Wilde. You can go. Ooh, Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I also just got rid of that. I have a bunch of books here. The Honors. True Honor is Endless. Join Us. 1935. I don't know about that one. I think I'm going to remove that book. Then The Walls Around Us. Who holds the key to unlocking all of the girl's darkest mysteries? No, I don't remember that either. Possibly added that because of the cover, because the cover looks quite good. Troll Hunters was a book I was working with at Hotkey. You've Been Publicly Shamed, I still would like to read. Jurassic Park. Sometimes I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess Jurassic Park is staying. Thrilling Adventures of Loveless and Babbage. I don't love memoirs as graphic novels or historical lives of people as graphic novels. The Ship. Did I just black out for a year and I just don't remember any of these books? The Ship. A genre-defying novel that follows a young woman coming of age in a world where she has no future. I mean, okay, yeah, I'll keep that on. Judy Blume. Oh, that's about a plane crashing. No, I'm gonna get rid of that. The fair fight about female boxers. Fun. Why the Dutch are different. God, had that for a long time. The enigmatic traveler Hans stops in a small city on the border between Saxony and Prussia. The next morning, he meets an old organ grinder in a market square. Wait, is this just a cover I'm not recognizing? There's only this edition. Okay. I mean, it sounds cool. Fates and Furies, Mortal Engines, 7 Brief Lessons on Physics. I think I've read most of that, actually. It's very short. Annihilation, potentially. Daphnis and Chloe was given to me by Jean. There's a giveaway happening for The Tenant of Wildfell Hall. Ooh, Wildflower by Drew Barrymore. See, that's one of those things that I was interested in at the time. Also, the cover is gorgeous, but just not anymore. The Mad Woman Upstairs about Jane Eyre. Hex by Thomas Oldeholt, a Dutch author. On Beauty, The Beauty. The Hour of Bees. Oh, I think I was going to do like a bee video. Obviously didn't do that. Room, I don't think I will read. I do love the movie though. Maresti, I still have. The Lowland. The Unwritten, I actually gave away all my copies of The Unwritten. It's like a vaguely inspired by Harry Potter kind of thing, where they all the characters have different names, but it's very clearly Harry Potter and they travel through stories. End of the World Running Club. These are books that came out when I was working in publishing and I was thinking of reading them. Another an atlas of countries that don't exist. It's funny how a list of books can just bring you back to a certain time. My Life on the Road, I don't think I have that book anymore. Orlando, definitely still want to read. Girl Up, which is by the author of Everyday Sexism. I think I've read quite a bit of this and then gave it away. The Comet Seekers, I'm going to get rid of. Signs for Lost Children, don't remember that. Oh, this is a very particular event I went to for a book prize, and these were all books I think on the list. A young couple embarks on a 6-month period of separation. Okay, for you all, what number are we on? 531, great. Okay, I'm gonna move the camera. Okay, continuing. Argonauts by Meg Nelson, yeah, I still have that. Shrill, I just got rid of as well. The Roald Dahl short stories, I think I got rid of too. Boy Snow Bird, I don't think it was quite for me. Wow, that is a special cover for The Awakening. Let's see if I can find a better one. Oh, they're all bad. I think I have this one. Switch to this edition, very pretty. Tall Oaks, I think was another related to work. The Good Immigrant. Ooh, The Wonder. Yes, I've recently watched the film, which I'll talk about. Some more Dutch things. The Hidden People. Purple Hibiscus. It's so interesting to see, like, I've gotten rid of a lot of contemporary, especially YA, but just I'm trying to hone into historical, sci-fi, speculative, translation, gothic as well, which I guess like overlaps with historical a lot. Margot and Me. Don't think that one is quite for me. Hidden Figures, interesting. Blood Miracles, I really enjoyed the first one, but I don't know if I'll get back to the sequel. Sophia Khan is Not Obliged. Again, it's just not for me. It's a contemporary romance. I really like the author though. There's another book by this author on my list. Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls. Frog Kisser, I also just got rid of just because I want to read other Garth Nix books first. Exit West, interesting. Title Zone. Oh yeah, Reynard the Fox, which is a Dutch or Dutch adjacent medieval story. Oh, okay. We're now hitting the contemporary YA phase. Freshers. No, I will not be reading that. Saints and Misfits. No, they both died at the end. I tried to read. I did not like it. Clean is also not quite for me. I mean, it just became very clear the more contemporary YA I read that is just not something I enjoy very much. Oh, The Fandom is interesting. I can't believe I haven't finished that yet. It's about some teens who are in a fandom and then they go get signatures from like the actors in the show. I can't remember the exact details of it, but something collapses and then they wake up at the start of like their favorite, I don't know if it's a book or a show, they start at the start of the story and they're in the world and everything immediately starts messing up. And I love books about people being like placed out of time or in a different world. Artemis by Andy Weir. I think that's the one that people didn't like very much. I want to read his latest one though. The Whale at the End of the World. I don't remember that, but that sounds like something I'd like. Holly McNish, I quite enjoy her poetry. And then Kay Tempest, I've actually seen perform their album live, which was very cool. Which was, I think, Let Them Eat Chaos. I would be interested in reading that at some point. Skim. I keep seeing that in bookshops and it looks really cool. It's a graphic novel. More Happy Than Not, Adam Silvera, I want to get rid of as well. All of This Is True, which is about, I think, teens who befriend an author. Ill Will is a rewrite of Wuthering Heights from the point of view of Heathcliff, which is interesting. A Sky Painted Gold, I'm going to get rid of as well. I read quite a lot of it, but again, not quite for me. Frankenstein in Baghdad, interesting. Oh god, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes and Other Lessons from the Crematory, is that how you pronounce that? Nice and morbid. The Extinction Trials, it's like the Hunger Games meets Jurassic Park, and I keep being like, do I read it? Do I keep it? I'm not sure. I'll keep it on for now. The Woman Who Had Two Navels and Tales of the Tropical Gothic, I'm very, very interested in. I think it's on my wish list actually. Rocket Romance, a cute graphic novel. Okay, we're definitely getting a bit more to quite recent stuff because some of these were published in like 2018, 2019, so this is great. Maybe this is getting to the point where I don't want to remove very much. Solaris. Okay, End of Loneliness, I did decide I didn't want to read anymore. Anne of Green Gables, I really have to freaking read that. The Hunting Party is getting removed. I think we're doing well. Let's refresh that page. 498. All right, we'll do a few more and then we're done. A Curse So Dark and Lonely, I think, is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I am not currently interested in that. Ooh, Vertigo and Ghost. The Uninhabitable Earth, I'm reading right now. Okay, currently reading. Excellent. Vertigo and Ghost, what is this? Winner of the 2019 Forward Prize. Violence hangs over this book like an electric storm, beginning with a poem about the teenage dawning of sexuality. It pitches quickly into a long sequence of graphic, stunning pieces about Zeus as a serial rapist for whom women are prey and sex is weaponized. So it's about Zeus. Interesting. We'll leave that on the list. That is interesting. All right, I think we're getting to a point where I am going to be interested in reading almost all of these because it's so recent. So this is good. A lot of books that I have. I don't think I'll read the second book to the Montague siblings. Spare and Fun Parts I'm very interested in by an Irish author. I think this is a good place to end it because this is now just my actual TBR. Currently reading Confessions of Franny Langton as well. Do not ask me how many books I'm currently reading. Okay, that feels like a good clear out. Let's see the final number. 494 books. I'm happy with that for now. I'm sure I'll do another clean out at some point. Maybe it's interesting to have a quick look at my wish list as well, so you kind of know what's at the top. Oh, there's only 9 books on it. Okay, here's what's on my wish list. Wild, Tales from Early Medieval Britain, because the author was a guest on a podcast that I listen to, and that happens a lot with historical podcasts, and it sells books. I thought she was really fascinating. It's a lot about nature and how people interacted with nature, and it just seems like it paints a beautiful picture of like something that I don't know that much about. Gothic Tales by Elizabeth Gaskell. Pew by Catherine Lacey, I'm super interested in. Comes recommended by Jen, I think. A figure with no discernible identity appears in a small religious town, throwing its inhabitants into a frenzy. And it's quite a tiny book as well. I've put some of these on my like Christmas wish list and birthday wish list, so we'll see how it goes. Gothic and Illustrated History seems quite cool. Jasmine Throne, more fantasy. Dawn, which is a trilogy by Octavia E. Butler, and it's my goal to read everything about Octavia E. Butler. The World Keeps Ending, The World Goes On, and Saha. Oh, it is a poetry collection. Interesting. This must have been recommended to me by someone. Many have called the last years dystopic, but The World Keeps Ending and The World Goes On reminds us that apocalypse has already come in a myriad of ways for marginalized peoples and calls for the importance of imagining what will persist in the aftermaths. And then Saha, oh yes, by the author of Kim Ji-young, born 1982, and it is a dystopian fable for fans of Squid Game. So again, no surprises here. My wish list is always upbeat and cheerful. All right, that's it. I feel organized and sorted out. I don't know if you did some sorting of your own TBR while you were watching this, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back soon. I'm filming a video about books to finish before the end of the year. I'm doing my moving with a personal library video, which is a long one, and favorite books of the year is coming up. So lots of fun stuff. I hope you're well. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Doei!